During this week, I spent a few days in the Rocky Mountains, and I have to say that I awe and wonder every time I go to the Rocky Mountains. And I can look at the same mountain over and over again, and yet I still awe and wonder. What a great gift it is. And we can also awe and wonder even at the gift of life itself. Here I am, here you are, and we are alive. What an amazing gift that we have, and we can awe and wonder at that. So awe and wonder at the sounds around us, the birds singing. There's lots of things that encourage us to awe and wonder, but I like to take today's gospel reading and encourage us to awe and wonder at this gospel reading. Now, of course, there can be a mistake of thinking, okay, I have to be like the wise bridesmaids. I have to make sure I've got the oil, got my lamp lit, and I'm ready. I'm ready for the bridegroom, Jesus Christ. I'm awake, I'm prepared, and all that. But the reality is, nobody is 100% awake, and nobody is 100% prepared. But the other thing is, it makes it sound like we can achieve or inherit our salvation. So often in the spiritual life, we think it's about, ascending to God. And I have to achieve all these things. If I pray enough, or if I go to Mass enough, I will ascend towards God. And yet, the reality is, through the incarnation and through Eucharist, we're reminded that it's not us ascending to God, it's always God descending to us. It's God's humility and God's goodness that comes to us. So it's not about us ascending. And also, most times, we're always going to have something. Even if you're living the best life you can, you're always going to have something that's going to come up in your heart and in your life, and it's going to cause you to not be able to love your neighbor as yourself. And so there's constant things that we have to let go of and we have to die to. But of course, this is a bit of this reading is a bit of a jolt or a wake-up call. We have to put our faith into practice. If we believe in a loving God, then hopefully we live our lives accordingly. Now, of course, it's not to say that you're going to live this out 110%, but you're going to make this your aim each and every day. In other words, who can I love today? Who is God going to love through me today? In that also we can awe and wonder at. We can awe and wonder that God will descend to us to work in and through us, and what a great gift that is. Now, we can also awe and wonder at wisdom. Jesus Christ showed us and unlocked the wisdom of God. Now, what is wisdom? Wisdom is not knowledge. Knowledge, I can know all kinds of different things. I can win in Jeopardy, I can win at Trivial Pursuit, but that's not what wisdom is. Wisdom is about right living. In other words, knowing how to live life, and also it looks beyond life to the deeper meaning of life. So it adds a lot, and we can awe and wonder at that. And so if we look at Jesus Christ, well, what does he encourage us? And he encourages us to love one another as I have loved you. Jesus encourages us to live one day at a time, because you have enough problems today without worrying about the problems of tomorrow. How many times are we supposed to forgive? Unlimited times we have to forgive others. This is the way, this is the wisdom on how we are supposed to live our lives. And what a great gift it is. In our second reading, the letter to the Thessalonians, the people are in a state of despair. Their loved ones have passed away, and they have missed out on the second coming of Christ. But Jesus, revealed to us that we will share in resurrection, and, not only after we pass away, but in the here and now. And so Paul is encouraging the people, don't despair. Your loved ones will rise as they share in the resurrection of Christ. This is a great gift that God gives us. This is why it's salvation, because it really doesn't depend on us. It's rooted in the death and resurrection of Christ. So as we gather around the table, Lord, we can awe and wonder at our God descending to us to nourish us, so that we can continue to awe and wonder at the great gift of life and the life around us.